When something crazy happens in the world, how do you decide whether it's actually real or if it's just overblown nonsense?
You can't. You got to listen to both sides, and there's three sides to every story. We unfortunately only get 1.5 because we're American.
But how do you do that though? So if I show you a story right now, how are you gonna make sure? Oh, he's bullshitting. That's not real.
I mean,
how do you know?
Unfortunately, you got to cross-reference it with everything else. It's
exactly,
like they tell you to do everything in the world.
So where you cross-referencing that though? What sources you using?
More bullshit news. You compare it to more bullshit, and then you try to figure out what's the least common denominator of bullshit.
I mean, to me, the real answer is social media, right? So you got to go in there.
To an extent,
I'll check the news people first, but I know there's certain places on social media that I can go that if something really happens, these places, multiple places, are all going to post about the same thing. It's all going to be aligned for the most part of something happened, right?
I mean, that's where
and then you interpret the background, the periphery of the information.
There are apps. I'm pretty sure there's at least factcheck.com or something like that. And then there's something where it brings all
ground news.
And then there's stuff where it brings all of it together, all the social medias. And I think that's smart. Like the fact that one, it'll bring it all together, but two, it'll do it for you as a person. We're all going to be opinionated. You want to see your stuff, but you also want to see some of the other stuff. Mm-hmm. The common ground is not saying one or the other. It's saying this is what everyone's saying. It's the commonplace.
I guess it sucks for me because sometimes I keep my scope so low when it comes to like a lot of world events and so on that it seems like I don't care or I have a deaf ear, but it's just like I have an issue to be into things that I can't control, and I necessarily by myself cannot control the outcome, good or bad, of what should and should not happen. So, it's hard to. I empathy problems. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting here and just feeling bad all the time for people in the world. Like when I used to watch the news when I was younger, I used to be mad, and that's why I stopped watching the news because it's just like they just drive you to feel a certain way about this or that. Like like you said, you don't realize how deep it's always been and how they've always pushed you to believe a certain way. It's just only become more apparent, like you said, because of social media. Like it's the only reason now we can see like, oh snap, like, oh, they're pushing this BS. Oh, like, oh, they're doing that. They're doing this.
Do you think it's because of social media or because we've gotten older and seen it happen over time? Do you think before social media that the generation before that was like, oh, they were doing the same bullshit?
I think
to a degree, maybe.
I think the people who
we saw it a little bit more though.
I guess I would think the people who were like not into it. Fuck.
You just beat me to the next question, basically, with your answer. You're on the money. Does the world feel more chaotic now, or are we just seeing everything instantly? Right?
Hell yeah!
We're all over 30, right? It wasn't like this before, right?
I'm pretty sure it's more chaotic.
It was. We just didn't have eyes into it. Like the whole.
You think it was more before?
The 9/11 and all that. I'm sure it was way more hectic. But
I think it's a lot.
But
more,
dear to where we were and how much knowledge was out there.
I think that's a lot more sectioned. I think there's a lot more time in between that there's not so much crazy nonsense going on. I mean, I remember times back in the day where I don't know who's in Congress. I don't know who the senators are. I don't know what's going on. Right. I don't know. Doesn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? Until 9/11 happens, then all of a sudden it matters. You gotta do some learning. But before that, I don't really care. It wasn't so sensational. It wasn't something I needed to know, really. At least on a day-to-day basis. Obviously, I was a lot younger, but still though. Like,
do you think that's why though? Because we were young. I mean,
I feel like I have to ask my parents that question. Really
so I did.
Okay, what is that?
And my parents are dope. Mm-hmm. I've got cool ass parents. They are real on multiple levels, and they say, "Yeah, it's crazier now, dude. It's way crazier now."
Things were simple. The hardest thing was, what's gonna come on Friday on the Jet magazine? You know what I'm saying? Like that was like the extent.
Right, what did they say? Like, what was their justification for that?
My bad.
Well, I mean, and I think 9/11 is probably a good a good changing point.
Yeah. Because
things changed at that day. You know what I mean? Like, why? What was happening? I mean, did we? All right, so obviously there was wars and all sorts of other shit happening before, but never had it hit us so hard here. And then that had more to do with the social aspects.
So things that have pushed us to have to do more or better, i.e. like COVID. We had to adjust to COVID, and that's why certain businesses are now set the way they are, and potentially why AI was pushed even harder due to the jaw force of how it was.
Well, think about how 9/11 affected the airports.
So yeah, they went
industry.
to Coach. I used to work there.
In
It was
industry
Code Orange
changes,
from then on.
social changes, just an entire change of the trajectory of what society was doing at the time.
Man, rules are made when shit gets fucked up.
9/11 in particular, like,
And that's who we are now.
yeah, I mean, I think
That changed us before we were part of society. And now we're part of it, and we are the generation
and
that
that's
is
what we're used to, right? Because to that point, right? My wife is Persian, right? So when 9/11 occurred, she was in middle school. I think we were all in middle school about that.
Mm-hmm.
Elementary school, middle school, and the social aspect of that, being a Middle Eastern person now,
was getting it.
What you're receiving socially now is so much different. It's the change was like that, so much more different on, the vitriol that you get now. It's kind of been, I feel like that kind of social division now has been built into our generation of people. And now they poured gasoline on the fire with social media now, where you can just, like I said, you can get into those echo chambers. Now, when you used to have a crazy thought, like, oh, my mom says this crazy shit and now this is not what I know. Right. But I can't, none of your friends would be out talking about that, out in public or whatever. You might hear a comment or whatever, but like, you wouldn't have somewhere you can go like 4chan or Reddit or whatever where you can just get into this shit with like-minded individuals and just back and forth and snowball until you both hate everything and hate everybody and get into some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a whole different climate than what we used to.
And they get paid to do it now. People get online to be like, oh, Trump is winning. These people suck. Like what? Jordan Cash. He's another one. There's another guy who's always super Democrat. It's always like Trump is losing. He's losing this war.
It goes both ways for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just so funny, and it's just like nothing encourages them to actually tell the 100% truth.
It's all
because
clicks.
they all get paid.
That's the biggest issue.
It's all clicks. It's all engagement.
Clicks and not truths.
Exactly.
Can you imagine if there was merit for like you got way more for telling the truth? Can you imagine
you get
a world?
A bonus at the end of the year?
Can you imagine a world?
It's supposed to be like
how
awards.
Though? That's a good ass point. If we were to set a system up like that, how would you do it?
They do it. They get those little awards or whatever.
I don't know if I'm smart enough to figure that out.
They get those awards on how you delivered the news, what story you picked up. Like
but I mean, I'm talking about the average person. Like this had to be like a social media thing. Where like, oh, this platform has a gold check instead of a blue one because they've been verified for 7 years without any false stories.
Who's the one who gives the checks?
That's my point. How do you do that though? Everything is fake to everybody now.
Then you have to have a fact determining
commission. The democratic way would be to vote.
Facts.
Just get AI to do it.
Like a yearly award ceremony for Instagram or something. Like
they do that stuff.
Most verified platforms, put your vote in on a platform that you like.
They do. They have it for
put one in on a platform
YouTube.
you don't like.
They do. I'm sure they do. We just don't care enough.
It'd be interesting social
experiment. But do we trust whatever? Like, all right, so we've seen what. Yeah, exactly. It's not going to be truth though. If we ask everybody,
it'd be view bombing. It'd be botting. It'd be however you can manipulate it. It would happen.
Same thing they do with music. Same thing they do with everything.
I mean, everything is kind of fluked out. This is
everything is just so tainted.
Everything is in shitified.
Yeah, everything just doesn't feel like authentic. Everything feels
is
like
worse now.
Super
sounds awful.
Or like, how do we change that?
Keep buying it.
No idea, man.
Keep going. No,
I need somebody smarter than me to figure that one out.
yeah, like that's above my pay grade.
Definitely is. I don't know, man. How do you change that? I feel like I don't know, man. Everybody got to go back to flip phones.
Yeah, look, I ain't smart.
Well, is it government? Is it intervention? Is it intervention? Does someone need to step in?
I mean, who would that person be? How would they do it?
Step in and
I mean, it would
have to be
the
a government decree, basically. Yeah, it had to be a government decree.
I mean, what was it? Australia banned it for under 18 or some shit.
Ban what?
I mean, they definitely need to do that. I fully believe
believe that social media is going to be looked at as like something as bad as cigarettes. They're going to be like all of the scrolling. They're going to be like, holy shit, you let them do that at what age?
Doom scrolling is definitely melting kids' brains.
Cigarettes at how old? When in the early 1900s?
Yeah, but cigarettes were so much harder to get to. Everybody's
for
got a
children in the 1900s, dude.
No,
early,
like
children smoked cigarettes.
Oh, the 1900s.
Packs and packs and packs. That's what I'm saying. And then we realized it was fucking terrible.
Yeah, it's horrible idea.
And we rolled it back. And now it's $20 a pack.
I mean, but as you know, legislation is always years.
You want to stop people from smoking cigs?
They got rid of the flavors.
As shit.
It was the flavor cigarette.
And get rid of the flavors.
That was bullshit. I ain't really never had one either.
But they're gonna do the same thing. They're gonna be like
all targeted to kids.
They're gonna, which social media is.
Mm-hmm.
It's addicting on purpose, and they told us that.
Yeah.
I mean, Vine was
because it's pay per click. It's the advertisers.
It's just
they have to regulate the advertising.
Yeah, well, same with cigarettes. It's addictive on purpose.
I mean, yeah,
they're gonna roll it back and be like, "This melted your brains."
They're stealing all.
Sorry.
Yeah, they're stealing all
My
our
bad.
data. They're giving it out to everybody.
That's a good question. Y'all gotta let us know down in the comments. You know, how would you go about fixing our? Let's just start with social media problem, right? Like, how do you fix that so that everything isn't so inflammatory, one way or the other?
How do you safeguard it for kids?
How do you safeguard the internet, basically?
And safeguard it for yourself.
How do you do that?
I think yourself is a good way of putting it. If you could set that, be like, hey, I don't want to see any of this.
I mean, they do. But they do have those. You just have to manually
vaguely have
do
them,
it.
But that's
but
also
you just mean like an overall filter where you're just like, oh, okay, you only just want to see marble races.
I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think it would work on a personal level for you to just choose yourself, because then you're just getting into the echo chambers.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. What you want to hear and see what you want to see.
Exactly.
Like, it's not going to work that way. It's got to be from the top. It's got to be from the top down, some kind of way. I feel like they have to go after the advertisers to start with. If social media doesn't pay money, so much less is going to occur on social media. Like, that's going to be the first stop.
Agreed.
That's going to be the first stop.
True.
But then, what are you really going to do?
I mean, but that's why they got.
Are you really going to get away with that or not?
Well, that's why they got the people on there doing and providing the content, because they get paid. Just like any other business.
It's incentives.
You get paid.
Incentive to be a creative, doing new things, telling the truth is different than just making content and making money.
All right, fuck all this fucked up world shit.
Please like and subscribe.